Today we're going to talk about the importance of inspiration coming up. Hey guys, it's Travis Vroman, and today I want to talk about why inspiration is important for video game development and really pretty much anything that you do in life. So inspiration is a super powerful thing. It can be the difference between you loving what you do and hating what you do. It serves as motivation to get stuff done. Having inspiration for what you're working on, it really pushes you to want to get that thing done and want to create more content and want to keep going with it. Not being inspired can be kind of a dangerous thing when it comes to game development, and it can lead to sort of the daily grind type feeling. It can be really hard to remain motivated to get stuff done. It can lead to stagnation. It can lead to your game not being as good as it could be. There's really all kinds of things that it could lead to. And so today I want to kind of talk about what are some of the ways that I stay motivated, and some of the things that have worked for me over the years working on different projects to keep myself motivated and keep that drive up to get stuff done just by staying inspired. So one thing that I do a lot of, you'll actually see behind me, is I look at Google Images. I do this sometimes a couple times a day, at least once a day. I'll just pull up Google Images and I will type something in there, and then it gives you the little suggestions at the top of the screen, and I'll sort of click through those things and kind of watch what pops up. And then I'll see something in there that I like and I'll click on that, and sometimes I'll find new artists that I like, or sometimes I'll find a video game I didn't know about. Just all kinds of stuff, and it doesn't really matter what you enter. In this case, I think I searched for game art inspiration. But it's constantly being updated because it's Google, and it's really a great way to sort of see some artwork that maybe will grab your attention and inspire you to make something in that style, or get you to think about what you're trying to design in a different way. Another thing that I do is I keep one of these, sketchbook, and the important part about a sketchbook is carrying it with you all the time. I carry mine with me all the time, back and forth to work, and anytime I think of something, I'll sort of sketch it out. And I've got some work in here that is just random sketching and whatnot, and then I've got some more detailed stuff in here that's a little bit more than that. I'll experiment with different styles. Sometimes I'll do pencil, sometimes I'll do something like marker like that. Sometimes I'll do colored drawings like this, and then sometimes I'll just do a lot of quick sketches or multimedia things, kind of like this, and it helps keep me motivated sort of in the moment. But the thing that it also does is it provides me something that I can look back on a month later, or sometimes a year later, when I'm looking for inspiration on things, because a lot of times I'll find something that I've drawn where I was maybe experimenting with a style or something, and then that'll motivate me to sort of maybe design a game in that style. And I've actually got a couple of those things that I want to work on now, and I actually came up with a few ideas last night for a game that I want to make in one of the styles that I have in my sketchbook. So there will be more on that coming up in a very near future video. Another thing that I'll do is I'll sort of I'll grab my phone and flip through the Google Play Store, and I'll look at some of the top games, and then I'll also go 5-6 pages in and look through some of those games and download some of those games and try playing them. Even if they're not a game that I would typically play, maybe I'll only spend 5 minutes with it, maybe I'll love it, maybe I hate it, but doing that kind of gives you other ideas that you might not have otherwise had. And for me, at least, playing a game that's been released always serves as motivation for me to make more games. I found that to be a very powerful tool, and it sort of motivates me to say, hey, you know, I could create a game like that, only maybe I could add this, or hey, I'd love to create a game in that art style, but maybe not necessarily with that same mechanic. And then I can take a couple of those ideas and combine them. All of those things together tend to keep me pretty inspired to keep going. That inspiration is what can actually help push you to the finish line. So always be looking at other people's work, whether it comes to artwork, whether it comes to code, because believe it or not, you can be inspired by looking at code on GitHub. It's happened to me before. I've looked at repos before and just been browsing through, you know, some of the code there and whoa, that's a different way of doing things. And it sort of opened my eyes a little bit. It's not very often that happens, looking through code, but every once in a while it does. But the point is, it can be a very valuable thing to maintain inspiration, because inspiration can turn into motivation. Motivation turns into getting stuff done. That's pretty much all I've really got on that topic. If you guys have some sources of inspiration that you'd like to share, please leave me a comment below. I'd love to look at some of what you guys look at for inspiration. As I've said in some of these videos in the past, I kind of want this to be a discussion, not just a lecture, as it were. So I'd like to talk with some of you guys about what are some of the things that motivate and inspire and drive you to make games. What are some of the things that you look at for inspiration all the time? What are some of the things that you might do? So leave me a comment about that, and let me know what you guys think of the video. If you like it, please go ahead and hit the like button. And I'm trying to build up this channel, so you know, your guys' feedback is super important to me, and your subscriptions and views are very important to me. It lets me know that I'm on the right track with these videos. So I'd really appreciate it if you guys would hit subscribe as well, and if you like the video, hit like. Like I said, it really helps me out. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Today we're going to talk about the importance of inspiration.